Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is my final review for the NFL sports update for this week. But I wanted, as you saw the first video, there was one game I didn't mention. Um, Surprisingly, in my opinion, that I'm surprised it's not the game of the week, but it's a lot of Cowboy fans, so I guess I understand. Cowboy versus Eagles. Gonna be the game of the week. But in my opinion, the real game of the week has to be who I didn't mention. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my boy. Tampa Bay! Okay. Versus Rams and their new quarterback this year, Matthew Stafford. And this is a very unique game, especially with Antonio Brown now having COVID, so he's out this week, right? To be honest, I think he makes a big impact for the offense. But thank God we got Sky Miller. He's more faster these days. Because Antonio Brown ain't the prime. But don't get me wrong, Antonio Brown is still clutch with the hands. Never forget that. So we won't miss him. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though, who I'm worried for, is Jason Pierre-Paul is going to be on Sunday night, playing because, dude, what made Tampa Bay Buccaneers so legit, especially in the playoff run, was their line, their defensive line. They held that shit down. Thank God I have the great linebacker core, but that line makes a difference. So the linebacker core and the cornerbacks survive because there's one weakness at the core. The cornerbacks is the weakness in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you got a guy like Matthew Stafford. Look, I'm not going to give him full credit. Look, he knows how to create stats. We already know that. That's what he win big-time games. And can he win it against the guy who's the all-time winner? Of course I'm going to say fucking no one, because come Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady really... People's like, well, he got to prove. He got more rings than the franchise. Think about that, guys. He got literally more rings than the fucking Steelers. Franchise, and the whole franchise, he got every record in the book. But what was the one he was short from? The undefeated season. I think that's what's driving him. And if he does back-to-back without Bill Belichick, it's the ultimate middle finger. And in my opinion, it decreases Bill Belichick's credibility in the sport. Much I love him. I think he was ignorant. And look, I love Bill Belichick, but this is what happens when you give the GOAT. Yes, I said the GOAT. If any of y'all don't believe with Tom Brady's the GOAT, y'all crazy. Or just haters like Rob Parker or Shannon Sharp. You see what I'm saying? Long story short, though. All-time winner versus not a winner. But a new squad, and they got Tom Brady building chemistry. Don't get me wrong. I believe this game will be close. But who am I picking? As Skip Bayless likes to say in Undisputed, he says Tampa Bay, because he's saying Tom Brady, but Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to win. Because I feel not LeGarrette Blount, Jesus. Leonard Fournette is going to be a big game changer. I think he's having good rushing, great receiving yards. Because Jalen Ramsey on the line, he's going to try to lock down Mike Evans. That's fair enough. Rob Gronkowski's going to probably have the extra block to get this extra running game going. With Gronk and Leonard Fournette come up again, I think, and this is why I say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win. Because Tom Brady and Gronkowski's chemistry is ridiculous. They know every move and all that stuff, and that's the key. Chemistry, enough defense to hold the plays that you need to, and because I just don't think Tampa Bay has the defense right now they had last year, but just building it back, and that's understandable. And it's fucking Tom Brady. The other game changer is Aaron Donald going to be Aaron Donald? If Aaron Donald was Aaron Donald, like if he wants to take his legacy to a different game, in my opinion, dominate this game. It's going to be, in my opinion, because I know they're going to focus on two quarterbacks, but it's going to be who has the better line set up for defensive line. And, wide receiver core, I think they match the match right now. Defensively, they match the match with talent. And that's where you go, where it's just so tight. Those little few things. I'm looking at who has better chemistry. Tampa. Who, even with the injuries to stuff, who players you trust more. Honestly, no offense, I trust the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster more because of the experience, the overcame. They've been to games they overcome, and what not to do and what to do. Leadership. Matthew Stafford, yeah, he's my picking up stats. He's supposed to. That's why they did this, so to get the game. But what makes this the game of the week for me? I think this, as much as I'm saying Tampa is going to win this, and it will be a tight game, but I predict that it will be the NFC Championship game in the future. Because Matthew Stafford has a lot to prove. And Matthew Stafford and every other team ahead of him is away from his goal. You know what he says? What's his favorite ring? The next one. And I think, he's a humble guy. He's not going to talk about records, but I think he wants the undefeated season real bad. Real bad. Trust me, it drives me at 2007. Still thinking about that year. So if as me as a Patriot fan, Tom Brady fan, if it still bothers me, I know it still bothers him. And what's the best way to go undefeated or win another ring, one without Bill Belichick, and do it at 44 years old? Who else in their right mind could debate that? At that point, if you seriously debate at any point like these guys who try to hate, people gonna call you like, yo, you just being legit hater, that's not cool. But that's my final prediction, and I think the final score for this game, I want to give a score, will be Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31 and Los Angeles Rams 28. And God bless. Taz out. Hopefully you enjoy the content, guys. Yeah, let me know your comments, and just let me know how you liking the stuff.